A great interview with Havos there, and he's climbing from 240 to top 100. That's his goal. He's close.
It sounds like Navi might be losing a coach, right? He's climbing.
I like how he talks about his success, what he wants to do as a coach.
Yes.
He wants to win another international, so that's a good drive for his whole team if they can stick together. I talked to LeBron about the team, like what's going to happen if you don't qualify for the international. He said that they're going to discuss his situation, but that's going to be after Epicenter. So.
Yeah.
If they do good, probably the team will stick together. If they don't qualify for TI, just by being invited, probably some changes are going to come.
I think you can say that about. I think you're going to see about a month or so from now. I think you're going to see like a huge shuffle because I think basically everybody that doesn't qualify for TI is going to change rosters.
Speaking of changes in rosters, Fnatic here with their coach instead of Pylai. Adam will be playing instead. Adam, of course, people know him as a coach, but for people that are not aware of his player history, he placed top 4 at TI6 with Fnatic, actually. Different Fnatic, obviously, but definitely a good player.
And that was a Fnatic team that really got super snubbed on the invite that year. Na'Vi got invited over them, which was a choice that a lot of people debated at the time. And that Na'Vi team came back to finish 4th place, lost to DC, a very hot DC team, 2-0. It was a great result for them. And Adam got a lot of, Adam was the talk of the town at the time in terms of his shot calling. And that was when Fnatic made the announcement. Again, it was suggested it's been a temporary move, but they focused on the fact that they wanted to improve their shot calling. And I think Adam, even if it's only temporary for Pylai, may help that dynamic.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about Adam, about his Dota knowledge. Same goes for, let's say, I'm going to compare him to Bulba. That's pretty much the same guy. Like his knowledge is beyond. I didn't see him play for quite some time. I want to see what he can do on position 5.
It also helps a lot that his hero pool is quite similar to Pilot's. Other than his most played support's Vengeful Spirit, but in his career, if you look at his other most played heroes, Lion, Rubik, Witch Doctor, very similar to Pylai. I don't think they're going to have to change their drafts that much. He has, if you go way back, he's played some support Ricky. And that's something still I want to see a pro team try out. Unlikely.
I'm wishing for that as well. By the way, this is specifically head-to-head between Fnatic and Na'Vi, and it would be a crime not to mention their last series at GESC Indonesia because that was a head-turner.
It was one of the best of 3 series I think that we've seen in the last 5 years in Pro Dota 2. No exaggeration. 3 hours of total game time. That last game, Na'Vi were down a little bit less than 35,000 net worth. It was the 8th biggest comeback in 16,000 games since TI5. They were down by almost 30K net worth at the time that the Ancient died, and they won. That was a remarkable match.
And the interesting part is, we have good games more often, that happens.
Yeah,
this was a good series.
Yeah, it always happens with Eternal Envy. That's why people love him. Like, he does extraordinary stuff. Either you hate him or love him, but I think most of the people go towards the love. Even if the game is longer than an hour, he's gonna make it entertaining. He's gonna buy a rapier. He's gonna buy a second rapier as well, if needed.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny, though, because people... I looked the stats up this morning, right before this, because people talk about Envy being late-game Dota, the chaos, right? It turns out it's actually Na'Vi that have a 42-minute, 38-second average match duration. That is the longest in the last 4 patches of any pro team. And Fnatic are actually 34-19 in 45-minute or earlier games, only 8-8 past 45 minutes.
Yeah, I think Fnatic will take long games anytime.
You think so?
Yeah,
all right, we'll see.
They just love to play. They want to be 7-8 slotted. Also, it feels so weird to see Universe in anything else besides EG jersey, right?
It's still getting used to, yes.
Like, who's this guy?
I don't know, but I think he's been really good since joining Fnatic, and he's been really good on some of his signature heroes over the last couple of months. They picked him a lot at Beastmaster. He and Sumail right now, I think, are the hottest 2 Beastmaster players in the world. They picked a lot of Tide and Batrider. He's 11-2 combined over the last 2 months on those heroes.
And it just
there's
got
the
stolen.
Beastmaster for Navi's going to take it for General. Now General has, on the other hand, has struggled on the Beastmaster lately. He has a 6-game losing streak on that hero.
So probably a Witch Doctor is going to come out. It's a pretty standard pick for both of these teams as position 5. Really good lane bully and in the later stage against the Beastmaster.
Wow. All right, first phase Terrorblade. This is something Envy had Envy toward the beginning of this year was dominant on Terrorblade. They have gone away from it a little bit recently. They're going to pick up the Naga Siren as well. That's presumably they are one of the few teams. They had been running the Naga Siren at the 5 position.
And there's Elder Titan. Before we continue talking about the draft, I would just want to quickly mention there has been a patch, as this was one of the patch days. It was a numbers patch. What are the most important things? What changes can we expect, Nahas?
So very briefly, the biggest thing is kind of the leveling of the playing field, because the bonuses for strength, agility, and intelligence, the extra bonuses used to only apply to heroes of that type. They now apply to everyone with a slight bonus for heroes of that attribute. And status resistance for strength heroes got removed in favor of magic resistance. Int heroes now get extra spell end. As a net effect, I think the biggest thing there is a net buff to Agi cores, because the movement speed bonus for agility had felt way less impactful compared to the other 2 attributes for cores. The other thing, of course, being the tower reduction, the overall gold reduction from towers and barracks, and that's a huge relative nerf to supports who get a large fraction of their gold from buildings.
Yeah, I think strength heroes are the strongest ones at the moment. Like, since supports got nerfed and status resistance got replaced by magic resistance, your cores are gonna be even tankier, and supports are not gonna get that gold from the buildings, and their magical resistance is gone, so they get mana regen, which is not that great. I mean, they get a portion of magical resistance, but it's not that great. Like, this is a stats patch.
That's where I think, though, that a lot of the I read a lot of the Reddit comments on the patch last night, and I differ with a lot of them in that, remember, it's everybody gets magic resistance now from strengths. It's just that that strength heroes get 25% more per point of strength. So it's actually not that big a discrepancy. I don't think. I'm not sure that particular.
They build into stats items. Me and Winter did some testing for, let's say, a Terrorblade for a Morphling. They get a ton of stats with the items that they build. Dragon Lances, Skadis, BKB. Everything gives strength and agi, which.
Yeah.
So,
but I think that's it's a nice buff to like stat items overall. It's a nice buff to like Scotty. It's a nice buff to Heart on strengths heroes. And there's the Willow third phase from Fnatic. That's interesting. They have not run a lot of that hero. So this is already, you can kind of see, I think, maybe the effect of having 3-4-3 in there. Not necessarily in the particular hero. I think he'll probably be on the Naga.
That's a lot of vision coming out from Fnatic already. Yep. You have 2 heroes who have illusions, you have reflection, you have Dark Willow, which is pretty hard to kill.
And that's to me, that's the most underrated aspect of Naga, is the fact that she provides vision in addition to the Song. Song of the Siren is not that great a skill if you don't have the vision to go with it. But because of the illusions, and now also with the Terrorblade, you're always going to have that perfect vision to facilitate the teamfight setup.
Just by getting Naga as position 5, I still feel like you need to combo something with the hero.
Yeah, you need a big AoEer. Interestingly enough, though, remember that the Ember Spirit is like, Abed is pretty much the only person in the world playing that hero right now. The TA to a much lesser extent, but I think he plays the Invoker is another possibility. But I think you're going to see that coming out as a fifth pick. I think this is going to be the. I think this is going to be the off-lane hero.
Yeah. And we even see the universe on the screen, so it's definitely going to be an off-lane hero.
Exactly. Production next level.
I mean, maybe I would combine it something with a Tide. Beastmaster doesn't can't really focus him, but with the Disruptor ulti, one of the better heroes against the Tidehunter to keep him in play, so he can't use the ulti, and it synergizes well with the Naga Siren.
What about? Well, okay, so yeah, and you already have the Enigma counter in the Roar for the Beastmaster.
Yeah.
Batrider doesn't feel.
I mean, Batrider is really great against the Elder Titan, but they still didn't pick their safe lane, so you can always. I mean, they can ban one hero.
And they go for the Kunkka.
So that's mid Kunkka.
Yeah, it's a cool Kunkka.
Or they could swap things around, play Dark Willow as 3.
Wait a minute.
That has been suggested. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's been done. Or
This
it's
is
suggested in the past.
I mean, very, very low probability, but this could be Core Naga too.
I don't think.
I don't think so, because
you need
both the
you need
TDM
Theroblade,
would-
so
yeah.
he needs some time to come online. You don't want to have two heroes just farming.
So gut feeling, do you think this is Core Kunkka or Core Willow? I'd probably go Core Kunkka.
Core
before
Kunkka, yeah.
All right.
That means that Universe's hero is still to be picked up.
That's a bold move, though, picking the Lifestealer into a Terrorblade. I feel like Lifestealer is one of those heroes that just suffers so hard.
I have to disagree. Lifestealer is really great, especially when you build Radiance against the illusions. Even though you get the reflection, but still Lifestealer does well in the late game against Terrorblade.
I feel like that's. I understand.
Of course,
that's sort of
of course Terrorblade has an upper hand. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I feel like that's sort of the more recent thinking on Lifestealer, that you counter the PLs and the Terrorblades of the world by going into that Radiance build. The only problem with doing that against the Terrorblades is that if your lane goes badly, by the time your Radiance comes online, you're already down 2 towers. And being down 2 towers as an Axe is like, oh my god, that feels so bad.
Naga Siren is one of the better heroes against the Lifestealer with the net, because it goes through the rage. The reason why they banned out Puck is their supports can't really control the Puck. Dark Willow doesn't provide anything. Kunkka, he can dodge his combo easily with the phase shift.
I feel like this Lifestealer pick is shades of what we saw from Kingwin yesterday. It's a Lifestealer is a comfort hero for Crystallize. It is the hero that Crystallize played in that decisive game 3. All right, in their matchup in Indonesia, but it's just so tough against that Terrorblade and, as you pointed out, the Naga Siren.
Well, the question is, what's going to be the Dinda hero? That is the last remaining pick for Na'Vi. We have a lot of bans targeted against them.
So they banned the Death Prophet themselves.
Yes.
Interesting.
They need something to clear the illusions. I was thinking about Lina.
I like the Lina pick a lot. SF is a possibility, although I think that hero is very, very vulnerable early on to the roam.
They do pick it up quite a bit.
Yep.
It's one of their most picked and most successful heroes at that.
And we should also mention the classic sort of viewed as the classic Terrorblade counter in the Tinker, although I think that's a little less likely than the first 2. Oh, they banned that out. Okay. All right. 4th ban from Fnatic. Yep.
Yeah, the Tinker, the Puck, and the OD. And that
I feel like
thinking
about an offlane for Fnatic, something that can remove a lot of these spells. Abaddon is still in the pool.
No, he's not. Banned. Second ban.
I cannot second ban for that. I can't see that. Yeah,
I wasn't even looking at the first phase ban. Like, you don't expect Abaddon to be banned. Like, it would fit perfectly.
I actually think, given the Lifestealer pick, I think you default right back to the Batrider.
Against the Lifestealer, it's really bad.
Oh, that's right. The laning. The laning
phase
is such a. Okay. Duh. Thank you, Lacoste. That was a very stupid comment by me.
A lot of Na'Vi fans here, huh?
They
would have guessed.
We're in their hometown.
They're taking their time. 10 seconds left.
Lina it is?
Lina it is. Okay, so offlaner, do you do something random and take an axe against the Axe?
Nah, he's just bad at the laning stage.
He's just a bad hero right now, but I'm just thinking of I'm thinking of you need a BKB breaker right now. Other than maybe you already have the net. Okay, the Omni. All right, that makes sense.
All right.
So that's a lot of sustain with Omni Knight Sleep. They can easily regroup. They have Rum from Kunkka. Pretty hard heroes to kill on side of Fnatic. So that's gonna be a bad Kunkka, and Adam is playing that Naga Siren as 5.
Yeah, that's what they had. I kind of think that's going to be seamless because their hero pools overlap so much to Adam and Pies, and they'd been running Pie on the Naga. I like these. I don't like the Lifestealer pick. I like the other 4 in Navi's draft. I can't pick Na'Vi right now. They've just looked lost. I got to go Fnatic.
All right.
I already said it. Fnatic the draft seems way better to me, so we'll go. The vision game is just way too good.
No faith in the home crowd here to give them power. I'll have some faith here for Na'Vi. We'll go for Na'Vi, see if they can manage to get a win in. It's going to be a tough one, though, for sure. Let's find out what's going to happen with Lyrical and Winter.
Thank you so much, Shiver. Winter, we got to be careful here. I'm pretty sure that Lacoste and Nahaz are about to get deported because they are not picking Na'Vi. We're in Ukraine. How you feeling, my man?
Great. Excited to see the new patch, how things plays out, you know, all the changes and whatnot. I mean, I think we have a pretty interesting draft here from both teams. We're gonna see like some Dark Willow. We're gonna see like I think Terabit. To me, like Terabit is kind of buff a lot because you have so much stats on the hero and you build a lot of stats items. So he gets a lot of benefit from the new like stat system, like how everything works. So he gets a lot more magic resist. He gets move speed, more move speed right now.
Yeah, I mean, the move speed's always been like sort of the red-headed stepchild, if you will, of the little status buffs. But it's all that other stuff that it brings to the table. So much more attack speed. It's all hunky-dory. And I got to say, I'm excited for the Core Kunkka, too. It's something that we've seen a little bit more often recently. And it's going to be played up against Alina. What do you think about that hero in that role? Like, what is he going to be looking to do throughout this game?
Kunkka, I think, is really strong, especially against Gyro. You see Secret doing that a lot because you negate the flat cannon and all the damage that Gyro is going to bring to the table. But in this game, obviously, there's no Gyro. But Kunkka was picked after like Beastmaster was shown. So, I mean, in the past, teams have been using like, you raw my teammate, I just drop the bolt on top of things, you know. So it makes it difficult for you to kill or burst the target down. And obviously, in the game itself, Kunkka right now, personally, I feel has been like a really strong hero since the changes to his talents. He's really strong when you get the 40 damage talent. Like even before that, he's still pretty good already as a hero. He's a hero that doesn't rely on cooldown, pretty good for the meta. He doesn't really, you know, need too much items to be effective. He's always like going to be that hero that can fight at all times.
Well, and you talk about that being able to drop the boat onto a roared target. You know, that normally works, but in this instance, you're going to have the natural order combo together with Laguna Blade. I mean, if you bring somebody down to like a quarter HP, it's not going to matter if they have the rum buff because it's going to be that little bit extra that they just need to burst through. Also, lifesteal are amazing for burst. We do have a little bit of a pause here as they get things set up, but yeah, it's feeling to me like this is a very good lineup to deal with it.
Lifesteal wants to leave the game, I can tell you. He's up against a Terrorblade. He's up against Naga Siren. There's Omni Knight in his lane. Omni Knight is a pretty good lane against Lifestealer. Lifestealer gets annoyed in that lane because he can repel to remove the open wounds. He has degen, the purification to, you know, trade hits with the Lifestealer.
I mean, the one nice part about it is that if you look at the initiation coming out from Fnatic, with the exception of the net, a lot of the other things are able to be taken off by Rage. So, like, you know, if Kunkka X's him, for instance, you just pop Rage, run the heck away from him. It's at least some way to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, but you don't do well against Naga and Terrorblade.
Right.
That's it. Like in the game, you're just like gonna go into a fight. He pops his meta, he hits you. He has that refraction. You just can't fight that, you know, unless you're snowballing in the game with the Beastmaster. Like, I don't know, like, it just doesn't feel like this Lifestealer can do a lot in this game. It's going to be very difficult. I think you probably consider going for Radiance, even though...
Reflection, it's a double-edged sword.
You can't really hit people. You know? I don't feel like you can actually hit heroes easily in the fights against the Naga and the Terrorblade, but we'll see. It's definitely not going to be an easy game for Crystallize, but he's one of the better carries around. He's been highly regarded by a lot of players. We'll see what he brings up to the table.
Well, here we go into the game now. Game number 1, Fnatic versus Na'Vi. And as the panel was talking about, there was that amazing series at GESC just a couple weeks ago at this point where it went to the full 3-game set. A smoke up now as it looks like a couple of the supports heading out from Na'Vi. We'll see if we see something similar here if the patch changes and, of course, the changes in the team's experience.
Oh, that was not a good way of placing the ward. He didn't scout the high ground, Adam there. So there was Lifesteal on top of him, and they didn't use smoke to place that ward, so probably going to get dewarded really easily. LeBron has queued up sentries. He's going to get gold for it once they pick up the 2 bounty runes. So it's going to be 2-1-2, I guess. Beastmaster, Owl Titan, very, very strong lane against the Terrorblade. plus Dark Willow. I kind of expect Naga probably. Maybe he'll go down there after some time. He's gonna secure the Omni first,
Right.
by the looks of things, and decide whether he wants to go down bot lane. Oh, he's going for the courier kill, I think. He's smoked up right now. I guess he wants to get the courier. If that's
Okay. Well, he might also be going up there to try and pull the creep wave. It looks like he's heading all the way top right now.
Yeah, possibly.
So that's another way to do it. It does look like they're able to get 3 bounty runes on Na'Vi because of it, and it looks like, yeah, the Naga Siren will be pulling the creep wave at least one time, and then he's going to be doing the TP away play afterwards.
Oh, this is very, very nice. Never seen people use smoke to do this before. Not sure if it's that worth it though, because generally you can just Naga's like a really strong hero, right? You can just walk in, get the pull off. I guess he just doesn't want to get scouted out, so we'll see how it plays out. So he's gonna try to get 2 waves of creep stacking up.
Yeah. I guess the other thing
he's TPing bottom, so he secures top,
right,
and he goes to bot now.
Yeah, easy peasy. That's the way to do it. And they're actually going to pop Metamorphosis right now to force back General.
So
and
pretty much Na'Vi just needs to chill and wait for meta to go down. Like, you bring 3 heroes against ET might not be a good thing, because you're going to give him more damage, because there's more heroes around. So they have to be careful of not getting run down by this Elder Titan with probably 3 hero hit on the Astral Spirit and then some creeps. That would be devastating for them.
And I mean, even looking right now, you still have General that's sitting in the area getting some experience. There's a double wave that's going in with the double range creeps. Envy trying to zone them out. And in the meantime, they do send... Was Naga Siren going to wrap around and just give him a couple punches, see if they can force him out of lane. But General feels perfectly happy here along with Low.
Yep, they just need to wait for the meta. Okay, the meta is down, so they're going to play really, really aggressive right now. So it's going to be up to how this Elder Titan plays his lane. He has to try and use the Spirit, hit it on multiple heroes, get it on as many creeps as he can, gets the damage and run in, take damage, trade hits. That's what he wants to do in the lane. And once Beastmaster gets the stack, multiple stacks of Wild Axe, they can easily kill anybody.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, in the mid lane, Abed and Dendi trading off farm. It looks like it's relatively even, although he is able to find a couple of those torrents, and that's one of those X factors. Again, you find a torrent, get a little Tidebringer hit, and Dendi already down to low HP.
Yeah, Kunkka is a pretty strong laner because of all the harassment damage that he can do in the lane. And like you mentioned, whenever you hit the Kunkka, skill potential. Also, bot lane, they got the Elder Titan. I guess he was just trying to get the rune, and they were trading blows, and he was just level 1. Ran out of regen. Probably not full HP as well.
Well, a little bit of a misplay down there, and they end up picking up a kill. So Fnatic going up 1-0 at the start.
He has to be careful though, because every time he goes down, he's not in the lane. It means the Beastmaster is not going to be able to farm creeps, because the Beastmaster needs the ET to be around in the lane to make sure that he can CS safely, because the 3 of them can bully the BM easily if there's no ET around.
Well, another pause coming out as it looks like there's some technical difficulties. I think that there was a rotation that was going on towards mid as well. Looks like they're bringing in the Disruptor.
Look at my PC, my friend.
I'm looking over there. I also
I
see
will
you.
do
You're
my
looking
best.
so fancy today. Well, that's a nice little watch you got on.
You know who looks fancy? Lacoste and Neil. Both of them look fancy every day.
I know. That's true. Definitely. Spiff is all get up.
Got to up the game. Get a better suit.
Well, Na'Vi again trying to figure out what they want to do here. Well, seems happy in spite of that death.
I'm sure they're doing the right moves here right now. Because the lane's pushing up top, so the Disruptor decides to go control the rune, and he picks up a DD rune. He's looking to maybe gank mid. Everything right now is okay. Everything is, I think, correctly done, apart from Lil dying there, because I didn't see what happened, but it's probably him contesting the rune, then he gets sniped up by Naga. Oh no, Naga has Riptide, never mind. Yeah, probably Riptide and a Bramble Mace, I guess. That's what killed him.
A little Curse Crown action in there as well. Had that earlier. So more macro sense of this game, what we're looking forward to in the next, as the game goes on and on and on. You talked about the Lifestealer struggling with the Terrorblade as that happens. Do you think that that's always going to be the plan later on for Fnatic, is just take this game as late as possible? Yeah,
the later it goes, the easier it is for them to win the game. I feel the Lifestealer doesn't do anything. It's Lifestealer is going to be there. He's going to be a hero in the game, but he's not going to be the game winner. I think the game winner is going to be this Lina. This Lina with the Elder Titan aura, and the Beastmaster is going to start the fights. So I think this trio of heroes, the Beastmaster, the Lina, the Elder Titan, are going to be the key players of of their team on how to win, because they are going to have to work together, burst a hero down quickly, go to the next. And Lina kind of wants to, have all these stats item early, like you go for these like Bloodstone use. You don't really get damage items early on Lina. You get like maybe like a 4th item Daedalus, or like it won't come early. So he's gonna rely on this like Elder Titan aura and this Beastmaster aura to kill heroes.
Well, and that's one thing that I'm kind of interested to see too. We saw a couple really good Lina performances yesterday. One early on from Iceberg, and then later on CCNC also. I'm kind of wondering if this is a hero though that's still going to be as strong, considering there were those changes to in heroes. Like you missed that magical resistance. Do you just like blow up as this game goes on?
I think the hero should still be okay. I don't think you bother so much about tanking for this hero. It's more about how much damage you can output as a Lina. I feel like the hero right now, I'm not sure which build is the best, but I kind of like what CCNC did yesterday when he went for the, the Hurricane Pike.
Right.
Instead of the use, he went Pike, so he could like fight really well. I kind of like that build. I never tried it, but it feels good when I'm watching the game. Because the normal build would be just you gotta use Bloodstone. That's like the common build. Or then you go Shadow Blade. Then after the Shadow Blade, you probably consider either you get BKB or you get a damage item.
Well, and that extra bit of survivability and positioning that you can get. Does look like we're back into the game now. Apologies for the slight inconvenience, but it does look like the mid lane rotation. It comes out. Abed controlled. One more hit might be enough. And it looks like the Thunder Strike. Oh, dodges away. Fancy footwork. Gets the salve off.
You do not mess with 10k MMR. But well done there by Abed, dodging the kill from Lina, the killing blow. So right now things are gonna go back to normal. LeBron is gonna have to go back to base regen. Maybe I think he's probably considering moving to bot to help out this bot lane, because top lane lifestealer seems okay. We'll see what he does here. He has to make a crucial decision if he goes back top to pull creeps and secure the lane more for the lifesteal, or he decides to fight bot against the Terrorblade. Because the matchup is bad, right? Yeah. Terrorblade against lifesteal. You kind of want to consider if I should slow down the Terrorblade instead of trying to help my lifestealer farm.
Well, and that's sort of the question mark, is are they going to attempt to do that? We also saw in the mid lane, Kunkka able to break the clarity of Lina. Another Torrent connects there, and it's just these little bits and pieces trying to win this lane out. In spite of the rotation, he's still dominating in CS. Rotation in from Lil now. Looking to find some damage here onto the Kunkka.
What's happening here? Can he kill? I don't think he can do anything here. Why he's... Not sure what Will's doing. I'm not sure what he's doing here. He should be at bottom, just sitting in the lane.
Well, in the meantime, General's in some trouble, left completely alone to his own devices. They're going to find this guy now. I don't know if they have enough damage to bring him down. He's fairly tanky, but they at least deny him those runes.
He's getting bullied because, like I said, the Elder Titan has to be here. This is right now not looking good at all for Na'Vi. They are struggling all across the board. I mean, apart from Lifestealer. Lifestealer is getting a 1v1 matchup against Omni Knight. Omni Knight is also farming, so I think this is still not looking good for them. They have to try and make some kills happen, maybe move the Disruptor somewhere. Like, if the game stays this way, it's going to be really good for Fnatic.
Well, they brought the Disruptor mid again, dropped down a ward, and Abed just going to continue to farm underneath the tower. ET also went back down bottom. Looks like he got a nice bit of damage. This Disruptor
one, you want to have the Disruptor bot. Maybe you pull another wave at top, but you want to bring him to bottom lane since the meta is pop right now. Once the meta is down, then you want to play that lane, pressure the TB. If the TB free farms, they're just going to lose the game. I don't see how this game is going to, change if TB is really fat and he's going to have...
Oh, lordy. BKB. And look at this also. Adam comes in. They scanned LeBron earlier. They get the D ward, and now it's just all of this wasted time, and he's going to farm another wave underneath this tower.
I can tell you they're unsure of what to do. Look at their movements. They moved both the supports to middle and then decided, oh, maybe we can't kill. Then he goes back to top. He's essentially wasted like 1 or 2 minutes of his time already.
And now mid lane, they go forward. They find Dendi. The Torrent is going to be there as they connect, and a little bit more damage with the Tidebringer. The X comes out. They're tanking the tower a little bit, but one more hit. Dendi pulled in. Low, but not dead.
They realized Lil used his Stomp, so they decided to be aggressive. Almost paid off there. Yeah. Dendi's going to use the Shrine with Lil. But like I said, like, the situation is really, really dire right now for Na'Vi. If they do not do anything, they are just gonna, you know, get further and further behind. They have to attempt to do something to pressure this TB, or at least help the Lina kill the Kunkka.
Something's got to happen, that's for sure. Because right now, at least 2 lanes are being won, and honestly, the Omni Knight's not doing bad either. And this is the nice little play.
More like even, like 2.2k net worth against 2.4. I would say, like, even though Lifesteal is technically winning, but it's not like by a huge margin.
In the jungle, they find Adam, but he's hasted and just gonna run away. Stomp, looking to connect. They do manage to find it on the Naga Siren there. Universe also in the area though, so.
Yes, and then what's happening?
He's walking away. He's a pretty tanky guy. Got 8 armor on that Naga Siren, and well, they're out.
They're not gonna do anything. Just this is really, really bad right now for them. Is Beastmaster level 6? No, he's level 4.5. Maybe Lina is gonna want to wait for Beastmaster to have his Raw, then they're gonna try to make a smoke play towards the TB lane. But something like this has to happen. They have to try and make a move, kill the TB.
Yeah, General just level 4 right now.
They're smoking right now. Can they get a kill mid here?
Abed has boat, I believe. He's level 6 at the very least, so looks like he's thinking about throwing it. Does get hit by the Stomp, so maybe a little bit off the mark there. They get the Laguna Blade out, and Abed just falls. The boat coming far too late, but they manage to turn it back around and take down Dendi. The rotation's in. Curse Crown going to connect here onto Lil as they try and bring down that ET. Shadow Realm, the root, it's all coming up them as Fnatic take 2. But they did lose at least the Kunkka in the mid.
Very good reactions there by Fnatic. They TP'd and moved really quickly. I think it was just 1 TP. Naga was around the area. So 2 for the price of 1. Still in favor of Fnatic, that exchange. And right now, Beastmaster is almost level 5. ET has moved his way towards bottom lane. Lands a Storm on Turret, but there's no kill threat here because Beastmaster is not level 6 yet. And this is the only way they kill TB is they have to bring the Lina to the bot lane.
Yeah. Well, and to be honest, that is something that they can do. It's definitely a hero that's susceptible to ganks when that rotation does eventually come. Dendi trying to do some damage here onto Adam. Juking away is going to take a couple more pot shots and almost goes down, but will be denied by the Ancients.
Yep, good play there by Adam. Realizing that the Dragon Slave is coming off cooldown, there's no way out for him, so just tries to deny there. Well done. For Na'Vi right now, Lifesteal is building a Radiant, so he's going to be just trying to farm, not going to try to do too much here until he has that.
Whoa! Just a casual Laguna Blade there from Dendi. So Abed going to head out as he will try and farm up some jungle first. Or maybe just head over to the Shrine.
So, they're probably thinking about the next plan right now. Beastmaster is halfway to level 6. I think this level 6 on Beastmaster is their next key for their next play. Without the level 6, without the Raw, they don't have much options right now, so they have to wait for that. They're moving the support, like one of the supports down. ET's coming down here to help him get his level 6. Disruptor has a TP ready. Lina doesn't really have his TP ready yet, another 10 seconds, but they really should look to it. It's still about pressuring this TB. They have to do something to the TB.
And they can make that happen as General is going to be able to finish off this level 6. But with the rotation away by the Dark Willow, they're looking for a gank here onto mid, and well, they do find and take down Dendi. And because the Dark Willow leaves, I imagine the Terrorblade might start playing a little bit more safe. And I mean, Lina's off the map. They don't need to worry about anything now.
I mean, if Beastmaster's alone, there's no threat. He can't kill TB. TB has so much armor. Wild X is physical. So.
Well, Sunder, the turnaround, Envy. Get out of my lane. I don't want you here anymore.
Okay, so Sunder is down. He's level 6. He's calling his team. Guys, Terrorblade has no Sunder. Please come and kill this guy. Please. Guys, please.
That's all he wants in this world. And
okay,
actually,
here comes the team. The Lina. Okay,
wait,
let's go.
General's there too.
Oh, they drop a scan.
They know.
They know.
I mean, that's the thing, right? This is a lineup that so clearly knows what they want to do. It's
because
just
it's too
make
slow.
that rotation.
Like, it's already like so long, and top lane, Crystallized, getting ran at by the Terrorblade, TPing top, and the degen following the creep.
Top lane, they're going in for it, and they are going to be able to find Mr. Crystallized. A couple more punches to the dome is going to fall.
Oh,
Universe picks up the kill.
This is bad. Dying when you have so much gold.
Oh no, and look at bottom also, they're going to find General. He hits the roar, but still going to die, and now Abed looking for more. He's going to have another X up fairly shortly, I believe. Although Abed
10 seconds.
Chasing, all right, yeah, it's actually only a low cooldown on it. The
Don't lie
Yeah.
to the audience, game.
Man, I don't have a PC. I don't see anything. I'm just going to have to run away. They need to be careful. The hangover's coming in from the rum buff. And, well, they still find the Torrent trying to take down Denny. He lives. They end up finding that kill. I mean, they do manage to take down the Kunkka, and Universe punching away here. Does end up finding another one. So 2 for 2.
The plays, my man, Mr. A-Bet, getting that last Tidebringer hit before he goes down, taking the Lina with him. If you die, if I have to die, you're gonna die with me.
He lived long enough to be able to find that hit, and Tidebringer just so value. Yeah, and that's the benefit, right? He doesn't find the X because it's on, you know, he has less skill points into it, but so much damage that it doesn't end up mattering.
Mid lane. Oh, Storm not gonna land. Good dodge here by DJ. But that's a glimpse.
Terraz hits it onto 3, actually, forcing them back, and now ET in trouble, goes down as well. Whew, Na'Vi in Struggle City.
They are running out of options on how to play the game already. Like, this TV has gotten so massive right now. Even though it's like a 3K lead, but because of the lineups, the 3K lead is actually more significant. As Navi's lineup, they have to play the game with some sort of like advantage. They're gonna have a Raw here.
Yeah.
Good pick off here onto the Naga.
Adam just a little bit too confident in what he thought was going to be a kill, but
Terrorblade is the real target, my
yeah,
man.
right? Like, use that roar on Envy, and it's not like a crazy long cooldown, but you still want to make sure that you're able to take down the TV with it.
But every time you use a Raw on a support, even though it's a low cooldown, but it means like the Terrorblade is like free to farm everywhere. He's not afraid on the map. He's gonna walk out, push towers maybe. He has Metamorph up in 15 seconds, so he might look to take a fight here in the bot lane. Let's see if his team is coming. Yeah, they're coming. They have smoked up. They're running towards bot lane. Omni Knight has a teleport scroll.
They do hit the scan though. Dire see that this rotation is coming in. They're going to evacuate the area.
They might just move towards mid now. Maybe once they notice there's no heroes. Oh no, actually no. They're gonna push the bottom tier 1. Yeah, I think that's better for them. Omni Knight can move towards the mid lane to defend and save his TP to go to bottom lane, so they can have all 5 heroes on one lane.
Big old collection of stacks here, which Dendi is going to pick up, it looks like. Night Strike Array, a couple more punches, and that's level 10 for Dendi.
So he's going for Yules.
Good against the Kunkka.
So the damage is just mostly the magic damage right now. The rest of like Lifestealer is not going to do a lot. Without his Radiance, he's still quite a ways before he has that.
Yeah.
I don't think they can even defend this tower. I think Fnatic might decide to push and get towers with the Metamorph here. And it's not going to be easy for Navi to defend.
Yeah, this is the really scary part. Level 11 Terrorblade. Like, he is so tanky
but they're
right
not
now.
They are not in any rush as well, like because of the lineup. Like I said, like they have this small lead right now that they have 1K plus 2K lead, but because of how their lineups work, they're better late game. They're stronger. Their hero skill much better. They're like in no hurry.
So if you're Na'Vi right now, what's the play? How do you try and find your way, you know, to get some momentum behind you and maybe start taking objectives?
Vision into kills. Pick off. They need the use smoke or the hawk from the Beastmaster to scout people out, kill people, push towers. They have to up the pace of the game. Even though a lot of people might say with the recent patch, I mean the patch today, it favors more of like a slower play because of the tower being, harder to take, high ground being harder to push. You get less gold from taking towers, so it kind of like feels like it favors more like a farming game,
Right.
But because of how they pick their draft and how the lineups work, Na'Vi still has to force the issue. They have the pressure because it's a lifestealer against Terrorblade. You're not going to win in the late game.
Well, and at the end of the day, you do still get a good chunk of gold from towers, and more so than that, being able to maintain map control means that you're able to farm the map much more effectively. So
yeah, true that.
It's the way to be, definitely. As Fnatic, going to dodge fights whenever possible.
They need deep wards though. Look at the vision.
Yeah.
Radiant has like 2 defensive wards, 3 defensive wards in fact, because they understand that they have to protect their jungle so Terrorblade farms, that's their win condition. Terrorblade gets himself into like a net worth that no one else can fight him in the game. Whereas for Na'Vi, they have to stop that from happening, so they need deep wards, like preferably 1 ward on each side of the jungle to scout where the Terrorblade is farming so the Beastmaster can look for him and kill him with the Lina. But that's not happening right now for them, so this is certainly going to be a problem. Because without the vision, then you have no idea where the TP is farming. You can't catch him.
Right. Well, and that's what they got to do this game. Just a game of tag with Envy. He's picked up a Sanjin Yasha, which is something we were kind of talking about. Is that still like the normal build for Terrorblade, or?
It's good. Like if you don't need like the Manta to dispel silencers or anything like Root, SMY gives you more farming speed, and the stats is really good right now, especially after that patch.
Yeah.
Having like more stats is great, you know.
Totally. It's that magic resistance. Deal with the Lina. I mean, it's not a ton, but every little bit helps. So, Arcane Rune on Kunkka. He just gets his
They have
armlet.
to kill the Terrorblade now. Please, come on. Come on, guys.
Bringing everybody, but look at the other side. Fnatic is rotating over as well. They're showing that Terrorblade.
He wasn't a smoke. Okay, never mind. They weren't smoke. I thought they were smoke. The ward saw them.
They're going to look for General here. Long-range initiation with that X. If they can find him, General going to be pulled back in with the boat. And soon to be brought down as well. Man, a boat, a Dark Willow ulti. This guy is not having a great time.
Vision equals victory.
Yeah.
They see everything. They know Lifestealer is not there because he's still busy farming up his Radiance. Oh boy. So, lucky for them, only one hero went down. It wasn't like a total massacre.
Right.
But Fnatic is going to use this momentum to try and get towers. I mean, have we seen a Disruptor ulti yet?
There's been a couple, actually. They haven't always looked the most solid in the world, and there's a repel to take that off.
I mean, there's even the X-Mark there, you know, so this glimpse...
Oh, he X'd them.
Yeah.
Oh, nifty.
But it's already repelled, so it doesn't really matter, you know.
Yeah, a couple of different ways to deal with the glimpse.
I mean, you can also, if you're Naga, you can always use your Mirror Image to dispel, like, to dodge the glimpse.
That's a little bit too fancy for me.
Well, it's not that difficult. I mean, it's easy to time because you can just use the sound cue and use the Mirror Image.
Well, this is the timing that maybe Na'Vi was looking for. Radiance done on Lifestealer, and possibly a chance to make an infest play.
If they're not doing anything, they're just gonna not win the game. They have to do something.
The look is for a kill onto Universe.
Not
Smoke
this
breaks.
guy.
He's just repelling. He's just TPing. Gives him one more. Hey, how you doing? What?
Okay, they want to fight. They want to fight. They want to.
That is bold. You just take the repel off and just walk towards them afterwards.
And bot lane, they're gonna set up maybe on the Beastmaster if he can get in range. Nope,
quite there.
not gonna be able to get in range. So, like I said, if nothing is happening, if it's a status quo, it's benefiting Fnatic more than Na'Vi.
Yeah.
Way more than Na'Vi because of how the heroes scale.
Top lane, are they finding one? That's the Lifestealer that's all alone. As they're trying to chase him down a little bit, it looks like, with the Terrorblade, but he's going to be able to walk away.
It's very strange though, they're not trying to do anything with this Disruptor ulti and this ET. Like, Disruptor ET, they should be like looking to smoke, going invade the jungle, place a deep ward, try to pressure, then the Lina can connect over, or bring the Lina in the smoke, Lifestealer and Beastmaster push the lanes, or bring the Beastmaster in the smoke, Lina push the lanes, Lifestealer push the lanes, they can join later. They're not doing anything. This is really, really bad. It's very strange. Because it's a lineup, you know, you're not going to win the game if this is what is happening. Like, they're not trying to do anything to pressure the TB, because TB is the win condition of their enemies. And for them, for Na'Vi to win, they have to snowball, stop the TB from farming, get the towers, then use the Roshan.
It does look like they're bringing out a Shadow Blade right now, so maybe that's the play as well, is that you can go for a Shadow Blade initiation with like Infest Gank.
I don't know.
It's tough.
I think they're like waiting so long though. I don't like how they're approaching the game with this kind of lineup though. We'll see if the Shadow Blade comes out and how much it changes things for Na'Vi. They might feel like because they have this Radiance on Lifestealer, he can still keep up with the Terrorblade. So we'll see how it plays out. And Beastmaster is, I think he has the Necrobook tree. Yeah, he has it. He has enough gold for it.
That's a possibility, a way to make something happen. And I guess at the end of the day, it is just the Naga Siren that's the BKB Piercing Disable coming out from Fnatic. As they have eyes on Crystallize, they're bringing over a lot of heroes. He's going to rage, run away. But can he actually get out of there? Looks like he will. They looked for the Torrent onto the Rune, but nobody's home, so Fnatic again just gonna make more space for Envy to farm. Top net worth, and it doesn't look like it's gonna stop.
I really like what Abed did here as well. Oh, bot lane?
Yeah, able to find one. Okay, something, possibly. Eul Scepter, no, he turns it around! Oh, Universe is gonna be able to walk away from that. In fact, they're gonna find a kill instead onto General, most likely, as he is going to turn it back around, and oh my god, Fnatic.
Why are they so split up? I don't know, like... There's like only two heroes trying to go for that play. Like it was just a Beastmaster and an Elder Titan trying to kill an Omni Knight.
Yeah.
I would.
They almost got him.
Yeah, but it was near, like, I don't know, like you do something like that,
Yeah.
he's in front of the tier 2 and he has a shrine next to you. If you don't kill him right away, you're not killing him and you're gonna die. That's pretty much how it's gonna work, you know.
Salt in the wounds as they deny the mid tower, so even the little bit of gold that you would get from that is going to be taken away.
Okay.
Navi looking for a play here, maybe trying to find a kill onto Universe. They got both cores in the area, but look at him, he's just away in the trees, making sure that he won't get found. And on top of that, it's also going to be a halberd finished off for the Kunkka.
You know, if anything, I feel like the Elder Titan should be moving with Alina. I don't know. I'm quite confused about what they're trying to do here. I'm trying to understand here. So Disruptor is farming jungle. He's trying to finish his 4 stuff. He's going to have it. Lifesteal finishes solar. Like, it should be goal time, right? They should be looking to go to a lane, fight, take a tower. But they're just like still splitting up and just trying to get pick-offs, not trying to play together.
Maybe they're trying to do something else here. Like, we see that they picked up the double defensive armor things, and they've also got natural order for the ET. So maybe there's a way that, like, you can burst through the Terra Blade with all of those minus armor abilities. Although, again, it's not easy.
I mean, he has an Omni Knight next to him. He's gonna have a song, and he has Terrorize, and he has the boat. I mean, good luck with that.
Gotta find silver linings here, man. And at the end of the day, the other thing to note is that they did take down a tier 2 tower bottom. So in spite of everything else, it's it doesn't deal with the Terror Blade yet, who has a BKB.
Huh.
But they're taking objectives.
Maybe they think that they can't really fight head-on because the Naga and Kunkka team fight with the Dark Widow. So they're just trying to like split and find pick-offs and split pressure. Because the enemy's catch is not that impressive. The catch is like what? Kunkka is the catch. Naga doesn't catch easily. I mean, his ultimate is like a pretty big.
Boat coming in though, and poor old LeBron tries to get Force Staffed away, but it doesn't happen, and the stomp is not going to connect. It's a repelled TB who also has his BKB ready, and they're just going to walk into Roche.
I mean, before that, I was trying to comment about ABAC going on the Halberd. I think it's an excellent selection this game. Great against Alina. Evasion helps against the Lifestealer. And this item, I feel, is like underused, you know. I think the item gives you very good stats. You have 20 strength. You have the evasion, and you have some damage. So I feel it's like a value item, sometimes overlooked by a lot of like players.
Oh, Adam, they pop the song
really
now.
Song.
They find 2 of them as well. Gonna try and isolate this ET, and he is rooted now. Going to get hit by that torrent, and Lil dead again. Bottom lane is pushing in a little bit while this is going on, but Crystallize is completely controlled, ensnared, and also going to fall. So they pick up the Aegis, and then they win the fight.
I told you, this kind of Lifestealer game, you don't want to play the game. Terror Blade, Naga, Omni Knight. What am I gonna do as Lifesteal? I can't even hit the Shadow Realm, the Dark Willow hero.
And I mean, in the meantime, you also... Oh, General, he's also caught. So they pull back at him, and they're just falling apart. Over and over again. Fnatic finding the kills and doing exactly what they need to win this game. And it wasn't almost any tower done to the tier 3 either, or damage done.
I would just wonder what's the plan here for Navi. So they're gonna try to get a BKB on Lina. Lifesteal is gonna have try to finish a Manta. I guess the Manta will be useful against the Naga Siren's net. And he has Radiance, he can use the Manta Illusions to push out lanes.
We're gonna see the Octarine core afterwards?
Nah, probably not. If this is Daryl, then maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, but... So the plan is to try to scale into late game. I guess they feel like with the ET aura, they can out-carry, the Lifestealer and Lina can out-carry a Terror Blade. And they just like try to play this like Vision split game. Hey, seriously, have you seen the Disruptor ulti for the last 10 minutes?
I don't know if I've seen one in the last 10 minutes. The kill there on LeBron in that last fight right before the Roche was pretty rough for them, so... I mean, the thing that's kind of nuts about it, though, is in spite of, 15-4, it's only around a 2,000 to 3,000 net worth lead.
They've been like keeping up very well in terms of farm. The Lina and the Lifesteal with Radiance, they've been like doing a really good job, especially the Beastmaster as well. He's split pushing, moving around. They're not fighting together, but they're doing really well in split push.
I guess that's the thing. It's making the best of a bad situation, and it's what you can hope for at this point. But game is hard. as they're going to need to come up with an answer for this Terrorblade as time goes on.
You say it's just a 2K net worth lead, but you know, with that kind of Navi's lineup, you want to be ahead at this stage. You don't want to be even or behind against the Radiant lineup. That's like the bigger issue. So we'll see how they try to outskill the opponents into late game. As of right now, Elder Titan didn't finish his Solar, so he's going for this Use. It'll be pretty useful for setting up a stun. You can use the Use to remove the Guardian Angel. I mean, speaking of the Guardian Angel, they're gonna maybe need a Nullifier as well to deal with that.
Yeah, very common build for Life Stealers nowadays. And I guess the other thing is they're gonna have the Purge from the Necro book, which will also be helpful.
Oh, another X mark, another kill.
All right, maybe a chance here to turn it though. General wanted to take down Abed. And there's going to be the Static Storm. He wanted it, but the Repel comes out immediately. And, well, Kunkka still slept, but he's not taking that much damage. And poor old LeBron, always in trouble as they pull him back in. Torrent, and eventually he will die here as he even hits it with the Tidebringer. Fancy stuff from Mr. Abed. Also a Song mid lane. They found themselves an ET. Lil trying to get out of there for all he's worth. They actually forced out the BKB from Eternal Envy, and he is going to fall eventually. Dark Willow taking that one for himself.
Oh, lucky he got the storm off onto the Naga. Otherwise the Lifestealer would have died too. Because he had the Naga net up to stop the TP from the Lifestealer. This is what I said, it's so difficult for them. They can't like really fight at all against them. Oh, let's see, can he get a pick off here with a Shadow Blade?
Dendy's looking for that opening, but yeah, realizes that they can't go in for it. So Fnatic winning the last couple of engagements. You look at those, it's a whole heck of a lot of just all coming up green.
But then again, like you said, somehow they're still keeping up in farm. Lead is not that huge for Fnatic.
Right.
Towers advantage 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So Navi has 1 tower advantage. So I guess if you put that into equation, it should be like around a 4K lead for Fnatic at this stage. But bear in mind, Fnatic got a Roshan, so I guess that evens things out. But still, then again, like I look at the lineup, I feel, it's very difficult for Navi to fight head on. But we see Omni Knight here running into Lil.
Oh, well, maybe going a little bit too far, and he's going to get punished.
Wow. Was he trying the solo kill?
He was feeling...
he wasn't even close, right?
He was quite happy with himself there, but not now. 60 seconds on the sideline, and look at the gold swing from that.
That's a huge mistake, I think, by Omni.
You hear the chants from the crowd. They needed something to chant about for a while.
His teammate was so far away, the Dark, I think he kind of expected to
wait a minute. This is pretty big. Oh, no, those are just illusions. Never mind. They're still going to go for the smoke.
What is it?
General with a smoke play in towards mid. They're going to find themselves Abed. No, they go for the roar on the Dark Willow instead, and now it looks like Kunkka's going to be able to maybe get out of there. No, Lifestealer on top of him. Fnatic, no trouble, but there's going to be a turn.
He doesn't have Aegis anymore.
All right,
but good night, Navi. Good morning, Navi.
But still, that's 2 heroes on the sideline, and this is them going to be able to pressure another tier 2 tower.
Big pick off there by Navi. Getting the Omni first, and I mean, the Omni I wouldn't say that was a pick off, it's more like the Omni trying to kill the ET. But they'll take any of that right now, so that's going to give them a tower 2 and another tier 1 at top.
I mean, looking at the last couple of minutes and the way that the fights have gone, things are looking a little bit better for Navi. This is the way that the team fight, or their team probably wanted to play recently.
Yep, but Fnatic they have all 5 heroes up, so they are quite willing to fight. They have the BKB on the Terrorblade, Skadi completed on top of things. This Terrorblade is terrifying right now.
Look at that movement speed on the Lina. All those stats, wonderful. But yeah, this is the movement out. Level 20 reflection cooldown, gets crystallized, just gonna rage and walk away from that one. So Fnatic not finding anybody, as Navi are going to evacuate again, and looks like Fnatic gonna try and pressure this tier 2 tower now in the mid lane.
Yep, they're really strong, they just need to stick together. Omni has Aghanim soon. That's a pretty huge item. It's gonna mean that he can just stand wherever he wants, like in a safe distance, cast his GA. That's gonna be the important thing. Oh, the slow on the reflection onto the Lifestealer. Skadi slow as well. But he seems to be fine. Yeah, he's gonna be okay.
I mean, and it does feel like Fnatic are just kind of chasing him all around the map at this point. As movement in towards mid lane, Lina is there to try and clear through the creep wave. Dendy needs to be careful, gets hit by the X. I believe still has BKB, Eul Scepter. Well played there to stay out of harm's way, and Envy has to go back to deal with the pressure coming in from Na'Vi.
Yep. And Metamorph is down, so Na'Vi should be looking to get something done soon. Is Roshan going to be up soon? Not yet. Another 30, actually another maybe minimum 30 seconds more. But then we'll have another timer after that.
17-6. It's again Fnatic with a lineup that we've been saying is going to be most likely stronger as the game goes on. But Na'Vi have started to pull things back a little bit here and get something for themselves.
I mean, I'm starting to understand why they're trying to speed up so much, because Fnatic doesn't have really good catch on their side, apart from the X-Mark. I mean, the Danganet is like not very reliable, and then his song is also like a very long cooldown spell. They have use on Omni, sure, but not very good catch overall, so they're just trying to speed up. Because they feel like head-on engagement, very unlikely that they win, because it's against Omni, Naga, Terrorblade, Kunkka. They're just trying to speed up the map, scale, pick off, try to just play the game that way. Which I'm not sure if it's going to lead them to victory, but it's working right now.
A couple really cool wards here as well from Na'Vi to get some vision into the jungle. They were just outside of the normal sentry range, and you did also see them get the D ward on that ward that was in the mid lane over by the tier 2 tower of Na'Vi's. So getting some decent vision there. Also, they have the Hawk that's hiding away along with that Centaur in the area. So Fnatic now needing to find something for themselves, and probably a fight around this Roche pit, as it's a very short respawn time. Going to be back up just about now. We'll see who it is that decides to take the first venture into the pit. And it looks like it might be Dendi, who's near the area. Checks, sees that it's there. And they're actually bringing in heroes. Lifestealer looking like they want to go for it. They're going to sneak this one away. It's a very short respawn time on Roche, and Fnatic aren't ready for this.
This is a good player by Na'Vi. I mean, somewhat lucky in some ways, but still, they made the scout, they got the Roche. Oh dear. Jackie Mao, the sneaky guy that always sneaks the Roshan, gets the taste of his
look
own
at it.
medicine.
Fnatic trying to get something there. That's a little bit too late. So Na'Vi, they get Roche, and now they get away with the Aegis and Cheese. This is big for them.
Yep, really, really big. Let's see what Fnatic decides to do here. They place good deep wards down. Do they feel, and they have a gem on the Dark Wheel to control the vision right now. So let's see if they decide to. Nope, they're gonna go for a pick at bottom.
Yeah, they found one. That is
the
Dark
Wheel Dota baby.
Oh my god, he just kills off the disruption. They dropped the ulti on DJ there. He doesn't care. He's still holding on to that gem.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Dark Willow.
Well,
he casually did like 1.3k damage in what, 3 seconds.
That's insane. Still Terrorblade farms, and continuing to be a big issue for Na'Vi, as General is actually thinking about chasing a little bit there. If they brought in heroes, there's a chance they could have made something happen. But in the meantime, they also have the Naga Siren who's scouting out heroes. Over towards mid, General wrapping around now, jumps forward, roar there, bottom rune spot. He's able to find one, and that's going to be a dead Dark Willow.
Gem.
And ends up TPing, but picks up the gem first. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they find themselves asleep here. On to Crystallize, and with the Metamorphosis, Net, is it available? They are going to get it there, but ends up manting it, and Crystallize still running away in some trouble. He tries to turn here onto Adam, seeing if he can deal the damage that he needs to, but this is a Lifestealer who eats the cheese and actually lives. They burn through all the illusions, and now with Lina rotating and having Dendi here, they pop the BKB. There's going to be the X. They still were able to pull Dendi inside.
Good play there by Lifestealer investing into
And now they're waiting for the BKB to be down. If Envy's not careful, he might end up going down there. They miss the Light Strike array, but they do find the Stomp. Dendi thinking about it. They want to go in on this. Laguna Blade comes out, they blow him up. LeBron takes down Adam on the other side of it. Now Ahmed is also getting ran after. End up popping the Guardian Angel, but still the Light Strike array. It hits. The sleep is there as well. Kunkka most likely going to go down as all of Na'Vi have descended upon Fnatic. They take down, most likely here, a third core. Dendi took a lot of damage there, but lives just on the edge of it.
Well, that's some serious outplay right there by Crystallize on that Lifestealer. Very well done there. Like juking and jiving, bought enough time before his team got into the top lane.
And they buy back on Terrorblade. He's in trouble now. He doesn't have BKB or Metamorphosis, but they do get the Repel. And that keeps back the rest of Na'Vi. Again, Reflection talent, very solid, but with no Kunkka for 50 seconds, Na'Vi looking to try and pressure a tower here. I almost wonder if Dendi maybe just like kills himself and then gets the Aegis full heal if they like pressure that tower, but it looks like they want to maintain it for now and go for another round later.
How quickly things change in the last 2 minutes. They stick a rush, they got a kill on the TV, they force a buyback.
Now a 10,000 net worth lead for Na'Vi.
Yeah, I might be underestimating how Navi's lineup work in the late game with this Elder Titan Aura plus Alina. They're actually dishing out so much damage.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing that's nuts about it is they also are a lot of mess ups. That
yeah, I mean, on the other hand, Fnatic did screw up a few times, and Omni wasn't there, so there were heroes that are not at that fight. But still, you're seeing this ET Aura plus the Lina combination. And the Elder Titan should be looking to try to build tank items so he can stand next to the Terrorblade.
Right.
So you give the minus armor reduction, not just the magic reduction, so you can kill him easily.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, Crystallize has picked up a Nullifier on top of the Radiance Manta Solar Crest, so he is a big bad carry. Top net worth in the game right now. And I guess that's the other thing that's nice about it is oftentimes you think about Scotty Terrorblade just being the answer to it, but if you've got all these evasion items, it might not end up being that big of a deal.
Yeah, he needs to buy MKB ASAP. He's going for a Lincoln store. Not too sure about that. We have a Raw here.
Yeah, able to find one. Does find Mr. Adam, but the turnaround is going to be there as they take down General and punish him for the insolence.
So I think that was the gem. They recovered the gem. Let me see. Yeah, they recovered the gem. DJ is building into a Hex. Yeah, because they are lacking in catch. So he has to try to solve it for his team.
Not gonna lie, that's a long ways away, man.
GPM talent.
Yeah, there you go. And a Daedalus done for Dendi. Say that 3 times fast. I mean, looking at the lineup, and did Na'Vi need to try and like keep this momentum up through this Aegis? Like, do they need to take a tier 3 tower right now? Or are they still comfortable with it going a little bit later?
Oh, they seem really comfortable with the lineup going later.
Yeah.
From like 20 minutes ago.
Maybe again the core
bot lane. So trying to solo kill the Dark Willow. Just Dark Willow things here, but he has backup. And he has heals.
Able to find him. DJ in trouble, and he is going to go down. Gem on the deck. Just when he thought it was going okay there. Fnatic end up losing another.
They're just, I don't know, going for this like solo plays, like the Omni Knight, like what, 10 minutes ago, like at top lane, and now DJ's going for this kind of play.
LeBron isn't there with him. He has his Ags completed with a Force Staff to boot on the Disruptor, but right now, they need to back out of here. Crystallize completely alone. Does have Rage TP though. Available, although Adam's in the area as well. They throw out the net and, well, there's going to be the Rage and doesn't even need the TP. Just going to walk away.
He also has the Manta to dodge the ensnare anyway, so he was okay. He has the Nullifier completed, so Omni Knight's ultimate not going to be too much of a problem for the Lifestealer right now.
You know, I'm not going to lie, this Naga Siren's farm is leaves something to be desired at this point in the game. 2,600.
I mean, he's playing position 5 Naga. Like,
yeah.
He's allowing the Dark Willow to just get items. I think that's how you want to play it.
Roar, able to find one. This is a big pickoff here as Abed going to drop, and they find themselves the Omni Knight as well. They have the Nullifier for him, going to take him down.
Oh,
Na'Vi.
This is game.
They might have just done it. Oh, and you can hear the crowd getting into it here. They have more on their mind as they're going to be able to chase down Adam. He does sleep for the moment, but it's only potentially delaying the inevitable. Does not have a TP available as Na'Vi move in. They buy back now on the Omni Knight. There's a fear. Dark Willow doing Dark Willow things. He just solos General, basically. They take him down as well. So that might stop the push from Na'Vi.
Going for the Naga kill, probably not the best decision there.
Are they going to still go for this here? Oh god, Envy, he can't walk up this hill, right? His pop Metamorphosis, so if that wears off...
He needs the MKB to fight. Like, I don't see him being able to kill the Lifestealer right now without the MKB. There's just too much evasion. He has to get that item ASAP.
Yeah. Well, Adam doing his best to try and keep these lanes pushed out, and, well, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to catch him out of position there. Meanwhile, Dendi, along with Mr. LeBron, they find themselves a DJ, but cannot find the full connection. Again, they gotta be so careful with this Aghanim's Disruptor.
Oh, how the tides has turned, Gabe. Right now, Fnatic seems like they're gonna struggle a lot to be able to take the team fights without this Aghanim's Disruptor, the Nullifier.
All the heroes from Na'Vi
Oh,
get into
that's actually
farm.
going to be another Nullifier on the Beastmaster.
Lordy, lordy. God, and Dendi now gonna go for the MKB next. Just got the little shotgun arms going there.
Yep, and it's level 25, so he has that extra range as well. With the passive stack, Fiery Soul stack at level 20 talent. So he's extremely strong right now. Very, very powerful leader.
I mean, of course, we've seen what a critting Kunkka can do as this game goes on and on. But he needs that extra bit of farm, and he's fallen a little bit behind the enemy mid. Lena's pulling ahead by about 4,000 gold right now.
They're trying to get like hacks on Omni as well, because they realize they are really lacking in terms of catch. They're trying to solve it by getting to those two hexes on Kunkka and the Omni Knight. Sorry, not Omni Knight and the Dark Wheeler.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's going to take some time.
They need time.
Roshan is going to be spawning soon in the next minute. And it seems at the rate of the game is going, it should be Navi's Roshan unless Fnatic somehow squeezes like a smoke in. Navi doesn't know, they get the Rosh.
Yeah, and, well, of course, that last one ended up being so game-defining for what it feels like, as it was a very short respawn time. This one taking a bit longer, and Navi continuing to try and pressure out this bottom lane with the General and the Lifestealer illusions. As the Terrorblade illusion is just going to run at the Disruptor, and, well, Navi maintaining a nice little bit of control over the map. This Fnatic still falling further and further behind. 18,000 net worth now, 42 minutes in.
So in the old patch, this would be a 20k goal lead.
There you go. It's the way
Because
that
of the
works.
towers.
Yeah, right about then.
You have extra 1.5k goal.
Well, now I'm not going to lie. 20 to 18 doesn't feel like it's that big of a difference, but they know now that Roche is probably going to be up. They're going to move into the pit. Navi, they've got to be able to know that this is going on. It looks like, yeah, with the creeps in there, they'll spot it out. Fnatic trying to put themselves in a position to catch Navi as they head to the pit. But they're not biting. Navi know, they scan out the area, they see that it's where Fnatic are sitting, and now going to move forward. General, Lifestealer inside of him. Doesn't have the Nullifier yet, but Lifestealer does. Also, they have that Necro Book, so they can purge away anything from the Guardian Angel, and looking for their opening now. Stomp is going to be there. It's connecting onto a couple. They get the repel, though. Not bad way to start this one off. The Torrent, they get the roar there onto Dark Willow. Just evaporates from the field as they take him down, and now looking for more. Can they get anything here? Envy just trying to take down Roach. He's already popped his BKB. In general, isolated from the rest of Navi, is going to fall. They managed to get the Ag's ulti down on top of the Terrorblade, but he's already popped Metamorphosis and everything else they need to. This is actually looking okay for Fnatic. They're forced to buy back on Dendi. He wants to get back into this fight. They buy back on the Beastmaster as well, and Crystallize trying to man up against this Metamorph's Terrorblade. It's going to start to wear off soon. Abed again looking for an opening. He's actually been isolated now, and he's going to end up starting to fall, but the Fear comes out, saving the life of the Kunkka. He can walk away, but does finally fall. General able to snipe him with those axes. By the skin of the teeth, they take him down, and Fnatic forced to back out.
Well, they're gonna try to contest this. Now, if they can actually kill Navi here, Navi has used multiple buybacks, but Roshan's gonna go down. Danny's gonna get the Aegis. So that should end any aggression from Fnatic.
And in fact, it's Navi now that want to give chase to the rest of Fnatic. This Naga Siren down for a while. The Spirit's going to go out looking for the Stomp. It doesn't look like it's going to connect, though. So General and Navi have to hold back that aggression.
It was still a pretty good fight for Fnatic, though. They managed to force that many buybacks. They were pretty close at like just getting another extra 1 or 2 more kills that could have actually given them the Roshan. Like you could see that like the Terrorblade just stood his ground. He just like dealt so much damage with the Omni Repel, with the GA, And obviously Dark Willow just doing Dark Willow things there in the fight.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, it definitely feels like there is sort of this moment now where Na'Vi, they have Aegis, Cheese, Refresher Shard, no buybacks at all on Fnatic, so Fnatic have to play so careful.
I guess you give the shot to the Disruptor.
That'd be really good.
Yeah, he has Axe. I think he's the best target.
They're giving it to ET, it looks like.
He's building an Axe, yeah? So what does the Axe do? I think
It disarms. It's like a 5-second disarm or something, I
Wait,
want
let
to
me
say.
see.
Look at that. We'll have to check it out. Yeah,
6 seconds disarm.
6-second disarm. It's a pretty cool ulti, but it also, when he gets 25, he can get that cooldown reduction. It's minus 75 seconds, isn't it?
Still Disruptor with Axe? I don't know. I wouldn't pass that out.
All right, we'll see what ends up working from this. I mean, it's probably pretty cool against the Terrorblade. That's the hero that you need to focus out. But we'll see where Na'Vi decide to go. The crowd very much into it. A DD rune bottom spawn. And Na'Vi now going to head down bottom. I'm excited to see this Aghanim Scepter ET.
Buyback. Only 2 heroes in the game and buyback now. Terrorblade and Lifestealer. Both the carries.
All right. Well, Na'Vi just going to set up a contain here. Want to make sure that they have all their ducks in a row before they head up their high ground.
What are they waiting for?
AC Lifestealer, maybe?
I mean, he has enough gold for it.
Yeah. I want buyback as well, I guess.
Yeah, probably. But he's gonna sell like 1 item anyway for the AC.
Right.
Probably the Solar Crest.
Well, 48 minutes, 23,000 net worth lead. And this Radiance Lifestealer has really just shown that Crystallize is capable of out-carrying the Terrorblade in this way. Kind of crazy. I guess it's just the whole combination of heroes, really, that's made the difference. All that they got together. So Cheese being held by General. They have 3 buybacks now for Fnatic. And 2 currently online for Na'Vi. So it looks like they are actually going to wait it out for a little bit. AC done on the Lifestealer now. I guess that part's a little bit sketchy. You build all those aura items when there's reflection on such a low cooldown.
Yeah, but still, it's like, what else do you get on Lifestealer? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I kind of agree with you. It's like the reflection makes it, like, you kind of don't want to get those items. You rather maybe get, if you want attack speed, you want armor, you rather go for something like a butterfly.
Right. So Na'Vi, again, taking their time down here. I guess that they maybe also want to try and find somebody, like, I guess it's sort of tough to do like a Rage Siege with Crystallize since he doesn't have the Aegis anyways. That's something they could think about.
No, they're really, really careful with approaching things, yeah, Na'Vi.
Yeah.
What? I don't see them getting any big item anytime soon, but they're still like chilling,
Just chilling.
farming the map. Lina's gonna finish Skadi. Guess that's the item that they're waiting.
What do they switch out though? I guess after the BKB you swap it into your inventory?
Who needs shoes? I mean, who needs boots?
Oh, Kunkka Rapier. He's got it. He's trying to queue it, I mean. Doesn't have it yet, but
He's got it.
he does not have it. Confirmed does not have it.
Lyrical. Confirmed serial liar.
I am a liar.
You said something about something earlier as well.
He's got the X. He didn't have the X. Well, Fnatic looking for an opening. Crystallize there. They are going to rage and run away. And the Fnatic smoke, is it going to bear fruit? They can still chase without him. He's pretty quick.
Oh, they're chasing? Serious?
Looking for it. Reflection slow, but Na'Vi now just going to cut through the creep waves, and well, he sends in the creeps. If General gets picked off here, this would be quite bad for Na'Vi, but he's got all the mobility items in the world for Staff and Chased and X and General. Looking like he's going to be punished for his insolence. Fnatic take him down. Dead for 2 minutes with no buyback. I mean, can they do anything with this?
Lanes are pretty bad though. They have to push out their lanes first.
Okay.
Don't see them being able to force too much. Like Na'Vi has been doing like a constant good job throughout the game, pushing the waves, pressuring the enemy, making sure that Fnatic can't really group up as 5, because that's what they want to do as a lineup.
Well, it looks like they're going to have to wait a little bit longer now, Navi, before they go for their next push, at least 90 seconds. And this is going to give Fnatic, you know, more levels, more gold as well. It's a refresher orb for the Terrorblade that got finished a while ago. It's also almost level 25. Do you like the Tidebringer Cleave or the Fleet of Ships?
I mean, Cleave?
It's pretty cool, right?
Why would I pass up the Cleave?
You get a little boats. You don't like the boats?
The Black Pearl.
Yeah. Repel duration also, Mr. Universe. And we still haven't been able to see this Ags Elder Titan yet.
You just like all those gimmicks builds in Dota?
Dude, I'm telling you, this
And
Ags Elder Titan, it's going to win him the game. You'll see.
You're always telling me about the Ags on Underlord. Why is no one buying Aghanims and Underlord? Why?
Well, just wait.
You know
We'll
what?
see
You know what Lacoste will tell you?
What's that?
Maybe in your bracket that happens.
Maybe in my bracket that happens. It does, and I lose. Well, Hex there. They finally got it online. LeBron going to be dropped before he can get a skill off. He buys back immediately. Still no Beastmaster for 10 seconds as Fnatic try and push down this tier 3 tower. They actually pull back, and DJ, he evaporates there. All the damage in the world, and a Slep TB. Look out, here it comes. He's disarmed for 6 seconds. What do you think now, winner? He can't attack. Look at him. The tier 3 tower, the lift up, okay. Our second round now, they're trying to get it, but the BKB comes out and Eternal Envy pops the Metamorphosis. He turns to fight LeBron. He can't afford to go down. He already bought back for this one. They find it, another disarm. He can't attack, he can't do anything. Envy gets the Sunder off, walks forward towards him, and well, now it wears off. So he's gonna try and turn and fight and see if he can take down Dendy. The hits, it's enough. They take down Dendy. 2 minutes on the sideline, does have buyback. We'll see if they can force it out from them. Crystallize, try and chase down Abed. They get the repel to take off the open wounds. A mute there onto TB, in trouble and dead. They take him down as well, and now Abed trying to run. They got eyes on him, and Fnatic lose another core.
You win. Aghanims, Elder Titan, legit.
Confirmed for legit, and he's got the cooldown now, and a Bloodthorn done for the Lifestealer.
The cooldown is amazing. So it's like 25 seconds cooldown now? Gosh. If you're a Terrorblade, what do you do?
I don't know. Gotta dodge it.
Everyone is disarmed. Yeah, you just have to dodge it.
A buyback from Terrorblade. He knows that they're gonna need it. Now, can they hold without the Kunkka? That's the real question. An E-Blade Disruptor? My word.
You don't like it?
It's just a lot of farm on this guy.
Huh.
The root there, the lift up, onto the Terrorblade, the repel, saving a life. Adam turns it back around with the song. Can they make anything happen here? Looks like Envy wants to take it down. Where is the rest of them? They're going to pop the BKB reflection out on all of them, but there's the roar onto Naga. They're focusing on Lil, trying to take him down first. They do manage to kill him off. Now also LeBron in trouble. A second hero taken down by the Dark Willow. They buy back now on that Kunkka, and Crystallize trying to run away. It looks like he might be able to do it, but the X is going to be off cooldown in a second.
Oh, the
they
slow.
don't get into range.
The slow from the Necrobolt gets the lifesteal out of there.
Very, very close. 54 minutes in, and back and forth we go. That Navi can't finish it off.
I mean, they were missing their Lina, so they were kind of missing a key component of the damage hero in the draft.
Well, earlier in the game, you mentioned that Fnatic were trying to solve the problems in their draft by picking up the Sheep Sticks. They've got it now, but is it too big of a deficit?
I think it's a really big deficit, but there's still a chance that they win the game, no? Because of how strong Terrorblade is.
Envy is a monster.
He has no MKB yet. Oh.
Looks like he wants to go for the Daedalus. Focusing on Billmans. They haven't taken a tier 3 yet, and the Earth Splitter goes in. They're able to dodge it, and Hex, they find the Lifestealer! They're gonna blow him up! The Dark Willow does so much damage! A killing spree for DJ, dead for 100 seconds!
He didn't even use the veil on him. He forgot to use the veil, but he still died. I'm sure he would have died right away with the veil or something. What is?
Oh my god. I mean, it was also the Terrorblade hitting him while it happened, but this is Roche now, and Fnatic.
Show fight recap. Damage done. Dark Willow 2,225. Terrorblade did 500 damage. Funka did 400 damage. But Dark Willow in that span of duration of the Hex did 2,225 damage without activating his veil.
That's insane.
Thank you, Ice Rock. Thanks a lot.
Well, Fnatic now in a position to potentially try and push this out. And the scary thing is that if they need to, they can also throw that refresher shot onto Envy after he uses his orb. So he potentially has 2 metamorphoses in this fight. They pop one now, gonna walk forward, and Dendi got caught there, but not able to find the finish. Instead, it's Fnatic hitting buildings, wanting to focus on that with the Aghanims. Sleep onto 3, it hits, it's only a disarm though. He backs out, and there's the repel.
Dude, it's only a disarm. The disarm is actually so long.
There's the Hex, though. Another one comes out that got him caught in some trouble. General trying to walk away, but it's looking like it might not happen. He's going to be killed off. Dead for 90 seconds. They might need to buy back on this Beastmaster. Dendi also caught here, but he pops his BKB, runs inside the fountain. They're hiding inside their base. A sleep comes out. Another Pommel coming out as they're able to get another long-duration disarm there.
What is that? Why did he pop GA?
Well, I'm not sure. Maybe worried about them going down. Another sleep. Dendi finds one.
Costly.
Able to take it. Naga maybe gonna fall. No, the Hex, the Dark Bully goes for it. Takes down Dendi. DJ out of control. He might need to buy back here. They're thinking about it. That's also a Naga Siren dead, and Fnatic needing to run away. Universe chasing. They have the glimpse available to take him down after the fact as Navi striking forward here, able to take down Universe. 3 dead for Fnatic with only 2 buybacks. Can they catch EE? They're looking, trying to get him. They don't have Roar. They do have Nullifier, though. If they can get in range here and find the Nullifier for Staff, Envy, they get the Lincoln Sphere hop, though, and there's the BKB runaway. So Fnatic get out with the Terrorblade.
Okay, does he have Refresher? No, cooldown. Okay,
They have the
no
shard, don't
BKB,
they?
no Metamorph. Shard? On who?
On Fnatic. I thought they might have had one still.
Oh, yeah. The Omni Knight has a shard. She's going to pass it to the TV.
Yeah. Still, only 1 tier 3 tower has fallen for Fnatic. And another Hex, a Torrent, a boat, the damage onto Crystallize. Need to get out, but he's dead. He didn't buy back in that last one, but they also find the X now and gonna pull back in LeBron in just a second. Abed is doing a lot of damage in these fights as they take down LeBron.
Okay, good stuff there by Fnatic, good hold. They lost the melee racks, but at this point the melee racks doesn't really matter so much anymore because the heroes are so strong.
Look at
can easily
Kunkka
defend a
also.
lane.
There's a DD. He has enough gold for a Rapier.
Yep, time to go Rapier, time to go Rapier. Let's go.
He's also got the DD. They might give that to the Terrorblade, but Abed is going to be hitting for a lot. Oh, he switches it up. What are you doing? Daedalus, that's probably the right play. It's not the fun play, though.
But I remember like someone telling me it's probably better, like I'm not sure if it's true, better to get more Daedalus on Kunkka.
It's a higher percentage chance to crit at the very least,
Yeah.
so that's what gets the kills.
Because the crit is still a big thing for this hero,
Yeah.
not just the raw damage.
Well,
Well, I think eventually you want to get a Rapier. Yeah, I'm sure you want a Rapier eventually.
I mean, considering the way that these two teams play and the series that they've had recently and continuing in that fashion, we're about to hit the hour mark, and it's not clear who's going to win. It's 17,000 net worth for Navi, but...
The Omni Knight has to be careful with his ultis. He can't waste them. Like he needs the ulti to be on when Lina's trying to kill, say, the TB or the lifesteal. Because they have the repel and GA, so you can't really purge off the GA with the nullifier. So he has to make sure he does it. Like if he gets caught or if he does something at the wrong time, they just lose the fight.
Yeah.
Like you saw in the last fight. Once the GA was popped, Navi just ran in. And obviously you mentioned in the previous fight as well, he has to dodge, the Terrorblade has to dodge the Elder Titan ulti.
Right. I think that I saw it repelled. Is it dispellable, the disarm?
Sorry?
It looked like they might have dispelled the disarm.
The disarm on the Aghanim's Earth Splitter?
Yeah. That's like this is the most obscure Dota thing.
I'm not sure though. I know Halbert, you can't disarm that.
Right.
But I don't know if let me see. I can check. I have a PC.
All right. We've got Terrorize +1 duration on the second for it, so that's something. They also managed to hit a scan, the Radiant do, on the Na'Vi heroes in this area, but DJ won't be able to find him, it looks like, as they TP out with one. General, his Shadow Blade is about to wear off, as is the... Oh, they find it, though. The gem is there, and they found General. He's all alone. Shadow Realm. Oh, Refresher Blink out. Oh, General, what a play. That was really pretty. He needed to do that. He was dead otherwise, and I think... Does he have buyback? He might not.
On Beastmaster?
Yeah.
Nah, no buyback.
Yeah, that would have been devastating.
So it's dispellable.
It is dispellable, okay.
Yes. With any dispel, according to Dota 2 wiki.
All right. So that can make a difference. You can repel it. Well, Dark Willow not quite able to do all the damage they needed there. Abed can do the XTP plays to try and push out the creep waves.
How has this game turned around every few minutes?
I don't know, man. They are going to get this barracks with just the Beastmaster, though. This Naga Siren not capable of dealing with the pressure.
Now the game is going according to what I think in my head.
Yeah.
When I look at the lineups. But it took 60 minutes.
Yeah. Boots of Travel coming online. Shrine still being held by Fnatic.
Oh, by the way, I don't think we talk about it. He went for the Metamorph range instead of the cooldown Sunder.
Oh, DJ got caught. He's trying to get out of there. He manages to escape.
Fine.
And the Roar instead on the side, but they get the GA off, so... Okay, Abed's still living. They did force a meta.
But it's GA. It's such a long cooldown just for that.
Well, questionable. Tough stuff there.
He wasn't even
Fnatic
gonna die. Well.
So what can they do with this timing now?
Push.
Okay. We'll see if Na'Vi feel comfortable with it. I mean, they do have buybacks on everybody except for Beastmaster.
Okay. Then they should push. What's happening?
Looks like they don't quite feel confident in it.
GA is down. It's go time. It should be go time.
Maybe trying to push out the lanes first. I mean, that is one thing that's tough, is like the Terrorblade can keep those lanes pressured fairly effectively.
Or maybe GA is not even that big of a factor now.
They have so many nullifiers and stuff online in the Necro books.
And the Daedalus on the double Daedalus on the Kunkka.
God, he does so much damage.
Yeah, if luck is on his side.
Everybody's got refreshers. General's gonna take down these shrines now with all of the summons in the world. And the game slowly devolving into that point where net worth lead doesn't really matter that much because everybody has the items that they need. Naga Siren trying to get towards an Aghanim Scepter. That can make a big difference.
Guess what? Like, Lina's trying to buy a Hurricane Pike. He wants the range because Terrorblade is going... Like, they are trying to outrange each other. So, when Terrorblade is Metamorph, he has... does he have longer range? Let me see. I'm doing the math.
You can hover over it.
He's 1,000, almost 1,000 attack range. Lina has... 800 with... Oh, yeah, when you have the Pike, they are both like almost 1k attack range. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. It's still insanity. And I guess the thing is, Terrorblade is probably not going to want to buy a Hurricane Pike at this point. He is 7 slotted at this stage.
Bro, he still has no true strike.
Yeah.
But he's still killing the enemy team.
I know, it's crazy.
Just Terrorblade. Being Terrorblade.
He has the Refresher shard or Orb as well.
Shadow Blade, Willow. What have we come to now?
They're going to hit this disarm onto
true.
the TB while the Metamorphosis is going, and they're going to try and take down Roche, but it's feeling like almost in that way that it doesn't even matter either. It's more about the positioning of
the
these
Roche,
fights.
I guess the roll still matters because of the shard. I would say the shard matters more than the...
Oh, they got to be careful. If they get caught here by the Disruptor ulti, we haven't seen a Disruptor ulti that kind of takes everybody out of the fight yet. And Universe is alone up there on the high ground. They're looking for the opening. They find him with the roar, able to take him down right at the start.
Oh, no buyback
for 2 minutes. And Envy now pops the BKB. They have to win this fight at this point as they're looking to try and chase down one. The Fear is there onto the Lifestealer, trying to take him down. But I don't know if they have enough damage. A secondary reflection comes out. The Ghost Scepter from the Disruptor saving the Lifestealer's life. And Envy falls. He buys back immediately. Boat comes out, hits onto 2. Now, can Navi find anything else here? Adam just trying to stop the slaughter that's coming on his team. And he is going to try and back away from there, but he doesn't have a TP either. He's in trouble. He's going to end up going down here. So 2 more heroes gone.
Look at that Elder Titan with the talents, the attack damage, the attack speed. This is a fun game to be the Titan.
The chants are ringing in Ukraine as Navi are winning this game. 31,000 net worth lead, 66 minutes in. They do a buyback on the Omni Knight now, so they might be able to force that out.
Terrabit has no BKB. He has Meta.
I mean, they've got to have a couple refresher shards lying around somewhere, right? They've had so many this game. All right, Envy pops Meta, and they find the Hex, and DJ just gonna do the Dark Willow thing again. He gets away just barely. Crystallize again, trying to escape, and they do take down DJ. Has buyback, 100 seconds, but Abed's starting to fall down as well. They get the G off on time, and now Dendy turned around upon, gets the Hurricane Pike on the illusion to create that separation, but they're still chasing. They find the net, it's a low cooldown because of the talent, and Dendy gets feared, gets killed off. Navi lose their Lina, and now maybe gonna lose him again. Navi trying to jump in and see if they can save somebody. The sleep is gonna come out as well. They managed to find it, but Envy had the repel so he doesn't get slept. And the Lifestealer just gonna hop inside General. Are they thinking about turning on this? He has Roar, he has Nullifier. It might be too much though.
How are the fights still so close with a 30k goal lead?
I have no idea. Oh man.
Is everyone 25 yet?
They're looking for a pick off here, it
There
feels
is
like.
one hero in the game that's not 25. Take a guess, Gabe.
Naga Siren?
The poor Naga Siren.
Did they turn off the Lifestealer Radiance? Because it feels like he might realize this is coming. Well,
No, it's on.
okay. Well, Navi, in spite of the 30,000 gold lead, can't finish off the game. It's Dendy dead for 50 seconds, and he has buyback. I guess the thing in that last fight, it was buyback used on 4 different heroes?
I'm disappointed with the talent. He didn't go for the 200 attack speed on Dark Widow. He went for the duration, terrorized duration.
Yeah.
Not trying to be the carry.
Fnatic are in the mid lane right now, and there are bots on the Terrorblade. So are they going to... Oh, he's got the Rapier on this Kunkka as well. All right, double Daedalus and a Rapier. He deals a lot of damage.
What can go wrong, Gabe?
I mean...
Blade Mail.
Oh, just one Blade Mail, yeah. I guess the other thing, too, is if they drop that, giving that to... I guess probably the Lina would be the pickup?
Yeah, probably the Lina.
BKB Elder Titan. We're about to hit that...
What a game, Gabe. What a game.
This is just these two teams, right?
And ET has a BKB now, so he's just going to stand next to the Terrorblade. Try to hit him.
Oh. What did the Disruptor talent go for on his 25?
Should be Glimpse, right? No, he went for the field cooldown.
Oh, okay. Throwing out multiple of those in the fight. The E-Blade has been a pretty solid pickup as well, saving that Lifestealer a couple times once his Rage wears off. They drop the gem on the ground, and Na'Vi looking to find a pick. But Fnatic are not giving them that opportunity, just standing high ground, the exception of the Naga Siren, who is now going to head back in as well. They realize a smoke could come out, and Fnatic dodge the gank.
Buybacks. So who has buyback right now? Beastmaster, Lina, Lifestealer, and Kunkka. So 4 Disruptor has buyback. 4 on the side of Na'Vi.
Do you push the tempo now as Na'Vi since you know they don't have buyback on all those
I
heroes?
mean, they should. I'm telling you they should. Like, the game is not going to get easier right now if you wait. The longer you wait, like, the net worth doesn't really matter as much anymore.
Oh, the Kunkka. Oh, shit! Oh, God! You didn't know what happened, Navi. The crowd is silent. They got 3,000 gold for that.
2,897 damage from Kunkka.
Oh, my God.
Somewhere in the corner, you know, attackers looking at the game and like, my man, A-bet. Oh. Oh my God.
I have never seen that move. Oh, that was amazing. Well, they both have buyback, but when something happens like that, you can potentially just lose your entire team in a crit. All right, they buy back on the Beastmaster. Abed is a problem as they're starting to hit from outside of the base Thorax. Na'Vi. Jump forward, the crit. It's not there this time. LeBron took a lot of damage from it, though.
The Rax is still alive, but at this point, like, the Rax don't really even matter that much.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what matters the most, the buybacks. That's what matters.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing that matters right now. The buybacks, the rapiers.
Well, Na'Vi, after a insane little, it wasn't even a skirmish bottom, are now the ones that are being contained inside their base.
Yep. I mean, as long as Universe is like casting his spells correctly, it's going to be very difficult for Na'Vi. Like the Repel and the GA together, if you keep the Terrorblade alive, he's just going to destroy everybody.
Right. Well,
he is the key player right now for Fnatic, despite all this like Fnatic and all this like Terrorblade and Kunkka doing the damage. But Omni Knight is going to be the key player in the fights. If he gets his spells off at the right time, he keeps them alive and. Yes. What did I miss?
Oh, it was just a replay of the Kunkka rapier thing bottom.
Oh,
jeez.
Tell me, man. You should have told me. I would have looked at your screen to enjoy that moment.
I'm sure we'll be able to see it in various other places after this game. Well, Naga Siren will have the Aghanim Scepter in a little while, possibly.
Naga has an item?
Almost. Almost has an item. And just hit level 25 as well.
Okay.
Riptide
-6
armor.
Riptide armor. 11 armor.
I guess it's good for pushing.
It's definitely good like as a support. Don't really need the evasion. You're not going to be tanking anyway.
Yeah. I don't know how this game ends at this point. You know what I'm saying?
The Kunkka will end the game with a crit.
That's pretty much what Roar?
Okay, where's the
back
use?
in.
Okay, now
he had Repel on him.
Yeah, Repel, yeah, GG. Can't even do anything to that.
This is like guerrilla warfare tactics. He TPs to a lane with the X and the Repel and just like roar, like crits, and if he wins, if they hit it, they win. They also have buyback back off cooldown in about a minute for almost all of their heroes.
So another 20 hero brawl soon.
Yeah.
Roshan is, I mean, at this stage, like I said, I think the refresher shot matters more than the cheese and the ages. I mean, it definitely still helps the ages and cheese, but refresher on like, say like the disruptor.
Yeah.
With Aghanims, it's just gonna, if you get like a good setup, you just win the fight from there. So those are going to be the key things. So all the refresher shot on the Omni Knight.
And now look at Fnatic. They're going to move through the jungle, and all of Na'Vi is over here. They're off on the side. They actually don't have the Beastmaster with them. Dendi, he's going to be fine right at the start. They're able to find the Hex. They're going to do a ton of damage. The Ghost Scepter actually doing more so than they wanted to. And now the Terrorblade, they've got the Guardian Angel out on him. They've already taken down Dendi, but they've lost 2 of their own. Buyback's going to be off cooldown for them in a second, and now Eternal Envy trying to take down Crystallize. The boat is going to come out as well, but they can't quite take him down. LeBron also going to be isolated. The sleep is there onto Envy, but Universe just punching away at this guy. The Ghost Scepter, the turnaround, muted, and maybe going to be able to take down this TV. They're ripping through Envy, they take him down!
He repelled himself earlier. He didn't have repel for the Terrorblade.
And Universe pulled back in. They got him caught. All 5 dead from Fnatic. Rapier on the deck. They all have buyback. But is it going to be enough? Dendi's walking over and he's got a slide. He picks it up, and Na'Vi thinking about running down a lane.
Does Kunkka have a backup rapier?
I don't know. He has enough gold for it, but it's really hard to get out to the side shop to get it.
I mean, I think they have the buyback here to defend. Or maybe they just keep their buybacks. Oh, okay. I'm not
Everybody's buying back. They're trying to hold off on the Omnis so that way he can potentially surprise them with it. And Kunkka does not have enough for this rapier, and he also can't get to the secret shop anyways. All right, so 52,000 net worth lead right now for Na'Vi. Can they end the game finally with this lead?
What on earth is happening?
They don't feel comfortable walking high ground. 51,000 net worth, and it means nothing. It means something, but they can't get up there.
Dota 2, boys. Dota 2.
The nullifiers all over the dang place. They've got the Aghanims done for the Naga Siren. 70% of the max HP healing.
Why are they not forcing anything? That's very weird. Like, GA is still on cooldown.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess that they don't feel comfortable with it themselves because they only have buyback on 3 heroes.
If you're not comfortable now, then when are you going to be comfortable?
That's a good point. I mean, not now that the Kunkka just picked up another rapier. Abed going in for it, and maybe another clash going to start up here as several heroes spread out. Again, no Beastmaster from Na'Vi.
They have no buyback. They should just like try to use their buybacks. Na'Vi have 3 buybacks available. The heroes that with buybacks run in, tank first, try to start the fight, and die, you buy back, and you have the numbers advantage. You have 8 heroes on Na'Vi right now in a fight.
Well, and bottom lane is being split push, so Fnatic maybe deal with it. But again, it's like these buildings don't really matter.
Why are they so scared? Oh my god, they're gonna wait and then they're gonna have their buybacks up again. Oh my god.
Winter, are you okay? Another refresher shard going to be online. I don't know how many Roches we've had at this point, but they're walking in again. DJ, the one up front and center in Shadowblade form. If he can find somebody right at the start, terrorize, throws it into pit, hits onto 2, but Dendi popped the BKB. Roche is now down. DJ jumps forward, finds one. It's a lot of damage here onto Lil, but he is starting to fall. He gets his own BKB off, trying to turn this back around. The boat comes out as well. They're focusing on Dendi, can't take him down. Crystallize, the BKB runs out. Look at the damage onto Envy. He just evaporates, no buyback. 2 minutes, have Na'Vi finally done it. Universe also ran at the GA comes out, but Dendi, he took a ton of damage there from the rapier, brought down low, but not dead yet. They're trying to force him down. They're going to have another Tidebringer here. They need to be careful about the initiation, but Abed wanting to back out. They get the roar. They got him caught, and he's going to fall. Second rapier on the deck. Everybody's dead, and GG is called. Na'Vi take game number 1.
Man, once again in that fight, like, the Omni didn't really get to use his spells to save the TV, and as a result, he died. After the turret went down, the fight was just like instantly over there. But props to Na'Vi, they were able to find the initiation, find the pickoffs that they needed to do to win the game with the Beastmaster Vision and the Lina with the burst, plus the Elder Titan Aura. That was just like too much for them to handle.
That fight up in the top lane just felt like it was so game design. God, the freaking crit from Abed coming in. I mean, this game just felt like it was so crazy the entire time.
You could see, like, even with the lead, that's why I told you about the lineup. This is like the lineup. With Fnatic's lineup, going into the late game, they're really, really strong. Like Na'Vi with that kind of like 30k, 40k lead, they were still really cautious about taking the fights. Maybe overly cautious.
Right.
But you can see why, because Fnatic's team fight with the Omni, with the plus the Kunkka, the Terrorblade, they are very, very strong in the team fights.
Well, a crazy game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around. There's still a lot more Dota 2 to be played. Na'Vi versus Fnatic, game 2, right around the corner. But we're going to send it back to the panel and see what they thought about that one.
Well, that was a great way to wake up, I think. Just game 1. Nothing special here. StarLadder ImbaTV Invitational. Just another 80-minute game between Fnatic and Na'Vi, you know. Seems to be a common theme for these two.
Well, over 4 hours in the last 4 games between these two teams. Goodness gracious. I think that game should have been over sooner.
It should. I mean, let's start at the beginning because it didn't look good for Navi. Lacoste.
No, I mean, Navi was doing a good job just splitting the map, but I think Fnatic should have actually just pushed the towers, just use that Terrorblade and push the towers. This game could have been different. Maybe that's where the patch comes from. Like, we don't want to kill the towers. It doesn't give away that much gold.
If you average it across all the outer towers, all the outer towers combined now give you 28% less gold. And I mean, 72% is still a lot. You know, Nahaz's guide to Terrorblade, okay? Locate E button on keyboard, press it, hit buildings. I just Fnatic from about the 15 to 25 to 35 minute point in that game had no interest in pressing objectives. And that's when we talk about the draft, we talk about this life stealer radiance against these illusion heroes, especially against the Terrorblade. Where it feels really bad is by the time you got your radiance and solar crest up, you're 2 towers down. Well, at the 35-minute mark, all right, Fnatic were playing at a 3-tower disadvantage. They had only 1 outer tower to 4, and they had just given up a sneak Roshan. Like, I think Fnatic misplayed the mid-game badly. I think that they were up more than the net worth lead would have suggested from about 25 minutes onward, and they had a huge opportunity to convert objectives, just applied no pressure. Envy was like, nope, I gotta have my 4 or 5 items.
And then you have Navi, and they're like, you're gonna give us time? Well, thank you. We needed that. They needed that time. They definitely did. It was a rough game for them, despite obviously coming out ahead in the end. It didn't come easy.
Back and forth game. It feels like both of the teams didn't want to risk anything. We saw this was the 6th Roche, if I'm not mistaken. So 4 refresher shards, 5 cheeses, 6 Aegises. I mean, this game is just something different.
Yeah.
Let's start with that's a 7-minute mark. I mean, even...
So the Abed was magnificent, by the way, during the laning phase in this game. It felt like he had played this Kunkka lean-up matchup in the mid lane a lot more than Dendi. His positioning was very, very good. We've talked about Kunkka being used by Secret as a counter to the Gyrocopter because of Gyrocopter's low attack range. Lina, as a max range hero, should be able to stay out of those torrents. But look at the mini-map here,
we
right?
go from minute 7 to minute 44.
Minute 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, look at the mini-map. Navi with a Fnatic having led a good chunk of this game with a Terrorblade, and there are 4 outer towers still standing on the other side.
I gotta give credit to Crystallize for his item build, Manta style to get rid of the net, to get rid of the reflection. He can pop the Rage, Manta style reflection, so they don't get the Radiance effect on them. Also, I can't believe that no one made an Eon disc this game. Like, this is just mind-blowing to me.
Now, this is the fight, by the way. It ends up being a pretty good fight by Fnatic, but this is the start of like a 15-minute stretch of the game where it's like Navi's 2 big cores forgot they had buyback buttons. I think right here, Lina's going to die toward the end of this fight, and I think you buy back on Lina and you just win the game. And they just did repeatedly. Crystallize and Dendi had opportunities where I felt like they could have bought back and just ended the game, and they were very, very conservative about buying back on those 2 big cores.
Yeah, also one more thing. Terrorblade did not pick up a Sunder talent, which could
weird.
turn these fights around. I guess he wanted to outrange the Life Stealer.
Look at Envy.
Yeah,
okay.
Good.
Now, the other thing that we saw as we're talking about this late game, I thought the play by both of the 4 positions in this game was very, very good. And this Dark Willow hero is just bullshit. I mean, she's bullying, like she is bullying a Beastmaster when she's 18k net worth to 28k on him, and she's solo killing him.
I mean, there should not be a hero that can kill a hero that has like 3,000 HP. You can't kill him solo, even though you have a Hex. It's.
But what about, I mean, there's a Kunkka that one-shots and takes out 2 cores with 1 hit.
Yeah, that's Kunkka with a Rapier.
Yeah, I mean,
and he got lucky. Yeah, that was a crit.
Yeah.
So.
Like, those 3 items are pretty much more than Willow's net worth, and she's killing people by herself. Oh, Lord. This game, this was a really one of these Roche fights. It was actually a magnificent 3-man ET stomp on the back end with no setup. They pretty much won the fight.
Yeah, the last one of the game.
This is where I think look at the Willow damage output. Are you okay? Come on.
That's a 3,000 HP Life Stealer.
Ice Frog, please.
I think that this game could have been different if Omni Knight would have E on disc, so they can't really focus him
Yeah,
to buy
that's-
just enough time for
that's
him to
actually a really
survive
good
and
point.
cast the ulti.
Yeah, I didn't think about that because that became the casters keyed in on it too in the last couple of fights. That became their issue, keeping Omni Knight alive, and I think the disc would have helped so much in that regard. And it's a little surprising too because Fnatic were the team a couple. There you go. There's the Kappa moment. Fnatic were the team a couple tournaments ago that were building 3 Aeon discs in a game.
Almost 80 minutes. It kills fairly even, 37-38. It's not bad. Gold, of course, was in favor of Na'Vi towards the end, but as Lyrical and Winter mentioned, at that point in the game, doesn't really matter anymore who has what net worth. It's all about decision making and who gets the jump on who.
Look at how close the hero damage is too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is, again, DJ played out of his mind, obviously, and not to take anything away from him as a player. And Abed, too, I think his execution throughout the game was really, really good. But I think that Dark Willow hero does a little bit too much in the late game.
Not enough, though.
Not enough?
Not enough
No.
this time.
No.
Hero damage was reserved for
That-
him.
Check the damage. Like
Lil
you
baby.
have
Yeah,
Dark Willow who deals same amount of damage as your Kanka with the double Daedalus
Yeah.
and the Rapier.
But I still think the Elder Titan play from Lil was outstanding in that game. And that's a hero that they had been drafting a lot since returning home from GSC, and they'd really had some uneven performances on. So it's really encouraging for them.
Siege damage. Universe makes it with the whopping 624.
Wow. I mean, this is it's crazy. Look at how low the total siege damage is on both sides. It's shades of the Fnatic secret game from Katowice, where the creeps are doing a lot of the damage.
Yeah, it's just Terrorblade pushing some buildings, and then on the side of Fnatic, it is really just Envy and the creeps mostly.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that Universe is there is just.
Navi did a really, really good job of split pushing in this. We can say Fnatic, I think, should have, if they had this game over, they make some different decisions. Navi did a great job of split pushing without a traditional split pushing lineup, maybe minus the Beastmaster.
I'm not sure if I would give Denny the MVP.
No.
I would give it to General.
Either General or
I
Crystallize.
will.
Like
I think
Crystallize played really well on the Lifestealer. He
I
was
think
the
Lil
front
for me,
liner.
if they hadn't hit, they had a couple of ET combos toward the end with that Ags that if they hadn't hit, they might have been in trouble in those fights. But I think Crystallize is a good pick too.
And if General wouldn't have gotten away from that gank from Willow and with the refresher blink,
Yeah, they could have maybe
That's a good
closed the
he
game
didn't
there.
have he didn't have buyback at that point either.
He was pretty much split pushing the bottom lane the whole time. The items were good. Also, the player with the refresher shard just to use the blink out.
No, and I thought if you look at the game where the 1 and the 2 position were so reluctant to buy back, General was the one that was buying back and then pressuring lanes. He was the one that was always in the game, keeping that lane equilibrium shoved on the Fnatic side of the map.
Yeah, but we also come back to the draft then.
Sure.
Fnatic draft did not have a best catch. They have Kanka's X Mark and they have Naga Siren ulti, which is pretty long cooldown, so they can't set up the ganks that good.
I think that draft. I think if you give Fnatic that draft against the Na'Vi draft, they will take that 10 out of 10 times. And I think that they just all you had to do was kill some towers in the mid game. I think that's a game that they had and they gave away. Honestly,
it was a very long game. It was only game 1. Though, they get a do-over. Yep, you got some time to go.
Yeah, that was 80-minute game.
I hope you guys weren't in a hurry, because
I could do this all day.
oh yeah, hell yeah.
Hopefully, though, there will be less mistakes in the early game for Fnatic for the next game. We are going to take a short break. When we're back, though, it's time for game 2 of Fnatic versus Na'Vi.